Hey there guys, it's Joe with Sloppy Joe Shred Shack, and today we're going to be taking a look at the NUX Wireless B-8 guitar pedal. Let's hear what this thing sounds like. Well, anyways, welcome back to the Shred Shack. If you haven't seen my face before, my name is Joe. It's very excellent to have you. Now, like I was saying, if you haven't seen me before, or if you just haven't done it yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button, smash that bell, all that fun stuff, because honestly, you're going to get more guitar-related content in your feed, and sir or ma'am, whatever, I don't care. You need more guitar-related content in your feed. But in full disclosure, NUX sent me this pedal to keep, so technically this is paid. Now, I want to be clear, in the email exchanges, at no point did anyone ever say that I had to mention anything about the pedal. At all. I could literally call this thing dog crap if I want to. But all thoughts and opinions are my own. So anyways, here's my experience with this pedal right now. So they emailed me, they sent it to me. So I have realistically no clue how this thing works. I didn't do much research on it. The only thing, when they emailed me, I went and checked the price. I'm like, oh, that is high quality. And I like that. I like high quality stuff, because the people that watch my channel are kind of looking for their best bang for their buck, or they're just looking for like quality things. So that's really, really cool. Now, they sent me this pedal. Again, I did not look up anything about this pedal. I just wanted to like figure it out. So you saw me do the unboxing video, you saw me do all that fun stuff. I figure that this thing, if it's sold to amateur and like semi-professional musicians, should be something that shouldn't be extremely hard to use. It should be something that you plug it in, you can play, you do your show, you get on and get out, man. So they luckily sent it to me at a time where I had 2 gigs coming up. So the first night, I am playing in a thrash metal band called Suffer No Fools, playing bass in that for, you know, filling in for the normal bass player. And the next night, I'm playing guitar in my cover band for a wedding. So I kind of got to use it in those 2 respects in their like very specific ways, but with totally different sounds, and it performed flawlessly. I can confirm this thing performs excellently. So here's what happened. I go, and I wanted to be clear. I told the vocalist, I'm like, just so you know, I'm trying out a new piece of gear tonight. I have not tested this before I got to the venue. On purpose. I wanted to see if this is truly plug and play, gonna work just fine. So I get to the venue. There was already a bass amp there. I'm just using the backline bass amplifier, and easy peasy lemon squeezy. Normally I put my bass into my helix into the front end of some kind of bass amp, and I can do whatever I need to do for that show. Not a big deal, right? So I add this to the mix. So I run this little patch cable out to the helix. Helix is just using like the onboard effects. That's all I'm doing. Performs great. Works wonderfully. I literally put this on the floor, plugged everything in, plugged the wireless unit in, turned it on, worked. Done. I didn't have to do anything. I just turned it on, and I was able to do a show. That's really awesome. The next night, I did the same thing, except for I used a little bit of battery power. So an hour before the set, I put the battery pack on there, let it charge for an hour. At no point if I let this thing sit down for like multiple hours or anything to make sure it was charged. I want to be clear about that. So again, it's a stress test. So in that band, I throw my guitar around a lot. Actually, in both of those bands I do. Worked really wonderfully. So here's what I can tell you. I played a 3-hour show the second night, a half-hour show the first night. Done. This thing, I'm sold. This is an excellent piece of gear. I didn't have to read an instruction manual. I didn't have to fidget with anything. It's excellent. I've been using a Line 6 G30 for a long time, and that's fine. It does the thing that it needs to do, right? But it's cheap. It's kind of flimsy. If it hits the ground, it's going to break. This I can't confirm. Actually, I can't confirm it. I shouldn't have said that. But I will say that it's sturdy. And I don't have to worry about anything breaking. The G30, you need external batteries. This has its own battery thing. The battery literally charges. The wireless unit is the battery, and it charges on the pedal. I mean, that's awesome. Second thing, with the Line 6 G30, I had Bluetooth issues or whatever frequency thingy that they were doing. I would get signal dropout from time to time. Even when everything was charged, if there was too much frequency mumbo jumbo. I will use this at a wedding with a bunch of people with a million cell phones on and signals going in and out, yada yada. Not a single issue. Same thing with the Suffer No Fools show. 1, it sounds good with the bass. 2, it sounds excellent with the guitar. It is an all-encompassing solution. Last night, and here's my third example of being able to use this product, I'm filling in for my friend's band, Jettison, on bass. The bass player has to do a wedding. No big deal. I'll learn a few songs, I'll go sit with them, and it's like a post-metal thing. Links in the description below for Jettison and Suffer No Fools. But I played with it a little bit more at rehearsal last night. So put it on, plug it all in, and then I switched I haven't used the boost setting on it, and I haven't used the tuner on it. So last night, instead of using the tuner on the Helix, I decided to use the tuner on this thing. Worked great. In the menu setting, default, there's 2 selections that you can do. You can do a fast click and then a hold it for a long click. For some reason, out of the box, if you do the fast click, it goes to the tuner. And then if you do the long click, it does the clean boost. I don't know why that's a thing, but weird, but it is what it is. So I switched that. You can go to the menu and switch that. So I wanted my fast one to be the clean boost, and I wanted the hold it for a longer time to be my tuner. So switch that, super easy. Went to the menu, scrolled down to it, poof, done. Didn't have to do anything crazy. It was super simple. I didn't have to do anything nuts. It was great, if I'm being completely honest. The clean boost worked. Awesome. Now I could, and I have, so far, I haven't used like any of the like looping features. You see there's 4 inputs and outputs and all that little doobie dabbies on there. I've only used it straight into something. What I could do is I could run this into the Helix, out back to this, then this to the front end of the amplifier if I wanted to boost all of the sounds that are coming from my pedal board. Amazing. That's awesome. If you want to do that. I haven't done that. Probably not going to, because I don't really need to, because I have a Swiss Army knife already. But as just a wireless unit, this thing is rock solid. So guys, I fully endorse this product. After using it in 3 separate sessions, long sessions for 2 of them, this thing has not failed. It has not done anything weird. It was super easy to set up, which is half the battle. My thing is, I don't have a guitar tech that comes with me on, to play these shows, man. I need to be able to plug this in and not have to think about it and just perform. And if I can do that, where I'm not fidgeting and getting out of my headspace to perform, I'm able to put on my best show. So kudos to NUX for allowing me to do that. This is an excellent pedal. I endorse it. It is a 10 out of 10 product in my book. But I'm gonna kind of just give you a really quick, really fast way, just plugging it straight into the front end of my Rev Generator 100P here. All right, so as you can tell, I just have this here. All I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna plug this thing in, and this is kind of just what happens. Very, very, very simple. Let's see if I can get this to focus on my face. Boom. All right, so now it's plugged in. It's turning on, as you can see. Pretty spiffy. All right, so now it's searching for the actual transmitter unit, right? All right, so on that note, here's the transmitter unit. Now you can, again, like I was showing you before, this is a wireless unit and it's also a battery pack. Now we're gonna focus on this. Now, magnetized. And then as you can see, it's starting to charge. That's awesome. I like that. So we're We're gonna set this on top of the amplifier here real quick, and we're gonna get everything set up. This is how easy this is to do. All right, now the next thing we're gonna do is just plug the pedal right into the front end of the amplifier. So I'm gonna put it in the output send into the input of my amp. Done. Now, NUX sends a special cable. It is an 1/4 inch, an 1/8 inch, like 2-foot cable. Now, on the wireless unit itself, as you can see here, it has a 1/4 inch and then it has like some little threads on it. All you do is you plug it in and you twist it on. That's simple, right? The next thing we do is we take our guitar. This is a PRS Custom 24. You guys actually don't see this guitar that often. I don't actually play this guitar on camera a lot, but all you do is, if I could just get this to balance on my body, but I'm just gonna take the strap. I'm literally gonna take this little clip on the back side here, and all we're gonna do, slide it in. Slide it in. All right. And the clip is actually pretty tough, so it sticks on the strap very, very snugly. Now, you could, if you wanted to, go get like those cloth pouches. All right, here we go. So I got it on the strap. You can wiggle it around. It doesn't go flying off. All right, next thing we're gonna do, there's a little button on here. We're gonna hold it. We're gonna turn on the unit. All right, so you can see the unit is on. Now you're gonna notice in the back side here, that screen changed on the pedal. I don't know if you noticed that, but now we're gonna put this on. Then we're just gonna plug this part into the front end of our guitar, and bingo bango bongo, we have signal. As you can see here by the pedal. I can't really move it much closer. Bouncing up and down on the pedal, the little signal thingamajig. So on that note, we're gonna tune the guitar. As you can know, I'm just gonna hold the button down because that's how I have it set, and then we're gonna tune. Done. It was that simple. So now I'm just gonna do this on the clean channel for the first part here, and we're just gonna hear the difference of like what the cable tone button does. And maybe I should have showed you that before, but there's a button for cable tone, which kind of like darkens up the tone just a little bit. And we're gonna hear it on the clean channel with it on and off, because you'll hear the brilliance of the signal with the cable tone off, and the high end is very much intact. When the cable tone button is on, it's like emulating kind of like the signal loss that happens through a long cable, and that takes off just a little bit of the high end. All right, so we're gonna take our guitar off, or amp off standby here. All right, so right now the cable tone's off, and sounds great. Now I'm gonna just do a big old G chord here. Now this is with the cable tone on. Cable tone off again. You can hear that like super, super high end is like still intact. And again, cable tone off, or on. Again, I can hear it because I'm in the room with the amp. Maybe I can't tell if it transferred through over there, but I think it did. So hopefully that goes through. Now we're also gonna hear what this sounds like with the boost. So same thing, G chord, just a clean boost. This is gonna be normal. And then with the clean boost. Again, this is gonna be no clean boost. Clean boost. Done. So in that case, it works excellently. Now here's a distorted tone, no clean boost. It doesn't really need it. I'll kind of show you, like I'll do a pretty basic metal riff with the clean boost on and with the clean boost off. All right, so now this is with the clean boost on. So like, if you're looking just for like a flat out clean boost into the front end of an amplifier, this thing can do it. And it sounds good. I like it. And just like this thing is to put on, just as easy to take off. Hold the power button down and then it turns itself off. Oh wait, did I turn it off? Hold it down, Joe. Hold it down. All right, hold it down and then it turns itself off. We learned something new today, everybody. And then, of course, at the very end, you take your pedal and make sure it's plugged in. And you just put your little transmitter battery pack on there, and this thing starts charging. That's simple. And, like, guys, I'm not gonna lie. This thing is really, really good. I don't know. I've used it in multiple occasions right now. It's actually super functional. It functions better than my current wireless system. Sure, this might be paid, but I'm not gonna lie. This is a really good product, and I really, really think that you need to pick one of these up. So guys, go take a look at them. Links in the description box below and all that fun stuff. But anyways, if you like what you're seeing here, definitely click subscribe, smash that bell notification and all that fun stuff. Now, hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, all that. Sloppy Joe Shred Shack, everyone. Just go and hang out. Let's have some fun. Let's talk some gear. But now, guys, I want to leave you with a little bit of advice. I want you to remember that if you are asking for advice from anybody, make sure that you are mentally prepared to hear something that you might not want to hear. When you ask for advice, it isn't to be told, "Oh my God, you're doing such a good job." What you're asking for is honesty. And a real friend gives you an honest reaction. As long as it's not manipulative, that's what matters. That is truly what matters. Do not get a manipulative response. And don't ask those people for it, because they're just going to find a way to make it about them. But if you're looking for feedback and you're looking for advice on something and you want to truly get better, sometimes you have to hear the thing that you don't want to hear. And you can accept that with humility and use that as a way to grow within yourself and become a better human. You're just gonna make life easier for yourself in the long run. But anyways, guys, remember, be humble, learn, grow, and be kind. Above all, just be kind. Anyways, guys, later.